Something brand new today. Our first episode of Red Dead Redemption 2. I thought it fitting to begin on this little narrative journey, seeing as 2 days ago was the anniversary of its release 1 year ago. It is a excellent story, and as any and all of my friends know, I am a huge Wild West nerd. Got my poncho on and everything. I was so excited to finally get to this. I've been holding off for a while because I didn't want to overdo, but we want to bring you great stories, and we want to discuss said great stories. And there's nothing I'm more passionate about than this. I love the Wild West. I love the genre. I love the stories that come with it. I love everything about it. It's been a huge part of the thing I was raised around. I remember growing up seeing westerns. As an adult, I became a huge fan of Deadwood. It was my first introduction, into larger scale western narratives and Westworld and beyond. And I played over and over. I think I played through it maybe 16 times, the original Red Dead Redemption. I loved it every time I replayed it. I love this. I have done it more than once. So, I mean, I do know what's going on, but it's such a fantastic story and it grips you and it stays with you. So, we're about to get right into it. A couple side notes before we officially get started. We're going to the Days Gone broadcast for a little while. Not going to terminate them entirely, but all of these Halloween stories that I wanted to do, the time frame was just bad. That was bad planning on my part, so I apologize. We're not going to abandon them entirely, but I wanted to deliver them in a way where I could be excited and passionate about them, and not where I was just rushing to crank out content. That's a bad move, both on my part, and I know the viewers would would not enjoy that, and I want to do that story justice. So we're just going to shelf that for a little bit. We're not abandoning it, but trying to crank out Days Gone in a rush before Halloween would have been a mistake. We're going to have a few special Halloween broadcasts, Man of Medan and Until Dawn on Halloween Day. So that I will bring you, and that's all we're going to do for Halloween. It's just going to be a special day of scary broadcasts, spooky stuff. And then we'll get right back to everything else. In the meantime, we're going to try and plan a content schedule so I can start cranking good story videos and games out on the fly. But I love this so much. I love Arthur. I don't want to get too much into it because I want to get it started and let some of the story speak for itself. But we're going to get rolling, and because of the structure and the narrative and how massive in scope this game is, these episodes are going to be a little longer than average. We're going to shoot for 90-minute episodes so we can encompass a little bit more. I'm going to see how that works. I might extend the timer on those depending on how well this goes or how poorly. Um, but we're going to see. But without further ado, let's get right into it. I'm excited. This is a game I'm hugely passionate about. I love, I want to discuss the story and the characters and everything rather in depth. So let's just, off we go. Dougie's right. It is one of the only games where the story gets you every time you play it. I mean, and it was so true of the first one, too. I mean, even after you got over the shock of the first time, that ending still hits so hard with the original Red Dead Redemption. So hard. here we go. Our tale begins. Oh yeah, just like The Last of Us. Strongly agree with that comment, Ducky. Strongly agree. And don't worry, we'll bring us to The Last of Us too. I'm thinking I'd like to hold off on that till February though. So that way I could bring the whole experience when Last of Us 2 comes out. That would be really good. And then I could kind of do that one blind. Well, then we'll just postpone broadcasting The Last of Us till May. You know, I'd like to group stories that are interconnected close together. I mean, like, we're gonna do Dishonored 2 immediately after Dishonored 1. We're gonna... Oh yeah. I'm gonna do a broadcast of The Last of Us 1 before 2, and then I'm gonna broadcast the second one blind going into it, you know, like I did with Call of Duty, because that'll be exciting. I think that worked really well, and that was a good set broadcast I did.
Abigail says he's dying, Dutch. We'll have to stop someplace.
Okay, Arthur's out looking.
I apologize for the lack of subtitles. When we get out of a cutscene, we will change that. I already noticed it, so hold your comments.
Whether it's May. I'm just hoping the law got as lost as we did.
There! Arthur! Any luck?
I found a place where we can get some shelter. Let Davy rest while he... You know.
Oh, I'm definitely excited for number 2.
Man,
I think for this, we're gonna go with Arthur's traditional look from all the trailers, clean shaven. Normally I futz with his hair, I like to grow it out, but I think, you know, for the sake of broadcast purposes, I'd like to keep him as he was originally intended to look. Just, you know, because I feel it's right for this. Because I'm not just playing it for me this time, so it's kind of, you know. Well, it would be cool to see how I style his beards and whatnot. I think we'll skip out on that.
Bring him in here.
Plus, I gotta say, after this point, doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Well, at least in my mind, because I grow mine similarly in a logical fashion. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense for Beard in the climates they're going into later in the story, because my god are they gross and hot.
Miss Jones, bring in whatever blankets we have. Mr. Pearson, see what we've got in terms of food.
Davy's dead.
There was nothing more you could have done.
What are we gonna do? We need supplies.
Well, first of all, you're gonna stay here, and you were gonna get yourself warm. Now, I sent John and Micah scouting out ahead.
If they ever do single-player story, I hear a lot of people talking about wanting to see what happened to the characters after the story. I wouldn't mind seeing a sort of open world expansion where we got to experience the characters we never met, like Davy, Jenny, and Mac. I would have liked to gotten to know them.
I loved Davy.
Maybe centering on their characters and then
Jenny,
leading up to the bank heist.
Sean,
with
Mac,
it as its conclusion.
okay.
I think that would be a good DLC idea. I've never heard anyone mention that.
But we lost some folks. Now, if I could throw myself in the ground in their stead.
Yeah, maybe with like half the map, just like
gladly.
New Austin and West Elizabeth, the events taking place up to the Blackwater heist. So I know lots of people would like to see the heist, and I think a lot of people would also like to get to know those characters we never got to know that we just heard about.
Nobody following us through a storm like this one.
And by the time they get here, well, we're gonna be long gone. We've been through worse than this before. Mr. Pearson.
Exactly.
Miss Grimshaw, I need you to turn this place into a
Exactly,
camp.
Ducky.
We may be here for a few days. Now, all of you, get yourselves warm. Stay strong. Stay with me. We ain't done yet. Come on, Arthur.
All right. We've got some work to do.
We ain't run into them yet, so they both must have headed down the hill.
Sure. Hey, I ain't had time to ask. What really went down back there on that boat?
We missed you. That's what happened. Come on. Oh.
Hey, you need horses?
Oh, yeah. Hey, Mr. Smith, get yourself indoors. You need to rest that hand.
I'll live.
Get indoors, son. We need you strong.
Okay.
Come on, let's go.
Ain't sure what we're gonna find out here, Dutch.
We have to try. Stay close. We'll do our best to stick to the trail.
This goddamn weather.
Been 2 days or more like this now. Oh, it has to blow over soon. Bridge coming up. Take it easy.
Part of that, I believe, is intentional, but the more I've played it, I've come to
Can't believe we lost Davy, too.
sense that it's not so much deliberate on the developer's part, but more deliberate on Dutch's part, and it's in keeping with his character. Dutch has a trouble confronting failure or the truth, and he doesn't like to admit when he's at fault, so his deliberate vagueness about it, you know, is because he's facing such a colossal screw-up. Let's see if that improves my sound quality all over the headset in the meantime. And I also want to add our subtitles. Oh yeah. Dutch's inability to cope or confront his flaws and more human side is a huge part of his character, and he is really alright, let me see if there's anything else I can tweak real quick that would make the play experience better. HDR's on. I just want to check the calibration. No, that's too bright. There, perfect. I think it's just right where it's at. Alright, let's see how it works now.
We got fire and shelter. That's a start. And what about the money? Please tell me you at least got the money before it all went to hell on that boat.
We did. It's stashed with the rest of the money in town. It'll be safe for now. But we sure can't go back there to collect it anytime soon. Hey, I think I see something up the path.
He's built himself up as such a figure amongst the group that he doesn't want to be seen as fallible. He has almost godlike status, and part of the problem is it went to his head. Confronting his failures would basically mean admitting that he's nothing more than a man, and a very, very flawed man at that.
Homestead down that way.
Okay. Anyone home?
Sure. Place is blazing with light and noise. Sounded like a party.
Let's go see.
Follow me. How's Davy doing?
He didn't make it. Nor did little Jenny.
That's too bad. Davy was a real fighter. Both of them Calendar boys is, or was.
Yeah.
And Mac, Sean?
We don't know.
Quite a business.
I'm glad you're all right, Micah.
Always. Ask him if he's seen John.
Hey, have you seen John, Micah?
Didn't see much of anything once this storm came in.
Oh, yes, he is.
He'll be fine. Things always turn out right for that boy.
I hope Mac and Sean are still out there somewhere, too. Move up, Lord.
I mean, right now you can't really sense much as wrong, but at the very end of this mission, his behavior was almost an immediate alarm. And then the ending cutscene before everyone breaks to go off to bed was another signifier of some of his more irritating character traits.
You sure about this, Micah? Mr. Morgan, I never thought I would be so pleased to see your face. Been kind of lonely out here. Where's everyone else? Old mining camp, back up the hill. Huddled around a fire, waiting for Daddy to put food on the table. Said it before, we got too many mouths to feed. Well, we got a few less now, so you should be happy. That ain't fair, Arthur. I earn my share. You think it's unreasonable to expect others to do the same? So, this house, you speak to the people there already? No. Like Dutch told us, look, but don't talk to no one. Just following orders. You know me. I'm a
Oh,
good
yeah.
boy.
Well, by the time you reach chapter 5, he's not even bothering to be transparent anymore.
Thanks.
Oh, goddamn, this snow gets right to the bone.
In a way, part of Micah's problem is also a large amount of jealousy. I think he was very jealous of Arthur. And that jealousy only built with Arthur's constant distrust of him. Not a justification, mind you, but it does, you know, make a lot of sense.
Snuff and stash those lanterns, boys. Best you two lie low on this.
No, not at the end. He didn't even bother to hide it. I mean,
Let's head down there.
he was constantly jealous of Arthur, and especially the favor Arthur had amongst the other gang members. The one bright side about all this is, at least with the layout of the HUD in this game, I don't have to worry about my camera cutting off anything. Usually, for most games, it's that way, but the last few I played have been kind of odd ducks in terms of, you know, having a alternate layout where the display is in the upper left as opposed to the upper right. And usually I had my camera and past broadcast position the other way. When I relaunched this channel, I just thought it made more sense in the upper left. I've seen a lot where it looks a lot better that way too.
Someone's having fun in there.
You two, get yourself out of sight. One lonely man is a lot less intimidating than three nasty-looking degenerates. Arthur, In that cattle shed on the left.
Some of Micah's behavior, I think at least in chapter 3, is an attempt to gain Arthur's favor. Like, some of the choices Micah makes while in Lemoyne seem targeted to try and gain, you know, some sort of mutual respect. And when he couldn't get it, I think he dropped the facade entirely by, say, chapter 4 and 5. And in chapter 6, it's evolved into downright hatred and resentment and full-on deception.
Arthur, we got a problem. There's a corpse right here.
Now, I just
Arthur,
need some.
there's a body in the wagon.
I hear you. Just keep your
Oh
eyes
yeah,
on
that was so true. As he saw the growing rift, he took full advantage of it, and that was obvious.
Now, friend.
With Arthur constantly second-guessing and doubting him, Micah became the yes man, and it was very easy to take advantage of things at that point.
Hey, I don't believe it. Come here, partner. Come here. It's goddamn Dutch man. Shit! Look out! There's more to bastard!
Watch out! One up top in the window!
You sons of bitches! We've got a runner! See him, Arthur?
Leave him my ass, Dutch. I ain't looking over my back. We got enough enemies.
Micah, go bring the horses closer to the house. Arthur, let's go search the cabin.
But yeah. Dutch relied on the group for support.
Come on, Arthur.
Even though Hosea disagreed with Dutch, they had a long-standing history and rapport, so Hosea had kind of earned that
We need the
privilege.
essentials.
And
Food, medicine, whiskey.
he kind of, because of that, he took on the voice of reason. While he disagreed with Dutch, he offered an alternative that Dutch could be, you know, agree with and get behind. He didn't feel this constant doubt eating away with him. So in a way,
Thanks up for the ride back.
Hosea understood Dutch's mindset very well and how to, you know, appease him for the greater good. Micah did not. Micah didn't give a shit about Dutch's mindset. He was using it basically to his own end. He's, you know, saying, you know, oh, all these doubters, they're disloyal. You should totally be suspicious of him, encouraging his paranoia, encouraging larger, more dangerous, stupid plans. It was...
Looks like the poor bastard was married too. At some point.
I mean, when we see it, well, it's just, ugh.
Put it
But
down.
I think a large part of the game's moral compass and heart
Place is
died
dry,
with Hosea.
warm. We could maybe move the women and Jack down here.
Maybe. We'll see how they are when we get back. I don't really want us to split up. I'm going to start packing the horses. You keep looking. Meet me out here when you're done.
But a large part of Dutch's problem was he had a lot of doubt and he had a lot of flaws. So he was relying on others for moral support, and when he didn't get it, his paranoia
Micah, Arthur, keep looking
grew.
for stuff. Arthur, go see if there's anything in that barn.
All the dissent
Micah,
kind of broke him down.
See what we missed.
Micah played a huge role, but a lot of it was his mental state. Alright, Ducky, well, we'll catch you when we get back. When you get back. I'm sure we'll be a bit ways in, but, you know, glad you're joining us for some of this and putting in some input. It's been good. Thank you.
Bastard shot my cousin! Well, he started it. I'm gonna break your neck!
What's going on?
This guy just jumped me!
Oh, did he now?
Get him, Arthur. Get him.
Sneaky little bastard. Should I kill him?
No. Not yet. Find out what they're doing here and where Colm is.
Oh, this son of a bitch will talk. You are making a big mistake.
Am I now?
Where's Colm O'Driscoll? With the others. At an old mining camp southwest of here. Near the lake. What are you bastards doing? Why are you up here? We're fixing to rob some train. Gonna blow the tracks. I don't know more than that, I swear.
Well, I would say it looks like you have this, Arthur. Do what you want with him. I don't care. But bring that horse when you're done. Oh.
I don't know anything else. Okay. Whoa, now, easy. Yeah, that's it, boy.
Is that bastard still in there?
He's dealt with.
Good. That looks like a decent horse. You should keep him. You need to hitch him. He's already skittish.
Get away from me!
Micah, what the hell do you think you're doing? Wild thing, ain't ya?
Leave her alone.
Jesus,
I
Micah.
wasn't doing nothing. She's one of them O'Driscolls.
No, she ain't, Micah. Look at her. Miss. Are you...
Oh, you fool!
Absolute jackass.
Miss. Now, it is going to be okay. We mean you no harm. Miss. Come on. It'll be okay. We need to get out of here, and quick. Come on now. Oh. You okay, miss?
They came 3 days ago. And my husband, they...
Okay. Miss, you are safe now. And you can't stay here. You come with us. Arthur.
Miss, it's okay. We're bad men. We ain't them. It's okay. Get on. We'll keep you
Doing
safe
all right.
until you figure out what you want to do.
What's your name, miss? Miss.
Adler.
Thanks for asking.
Sadie Adler.
Mrs. He was my husband.
So much of this opening 2 or 3 missions shows off so much greatness in the engine. The fire, the snow, the burning house. It's just... every time it's just like a wow experience just rewatching it.
Hey! Somebody's coming! Looks like it's Dutch. Hey everybody, Dutch is back!
How'd you get on?
Thank you.
Micah found a homestead, but he weren't the first. Colm O'Driscoll and his scum, they beat us to it. We found some of them there, but there is more about, apparently. Scouting the train. Thank you.
That's the last thing we need right now, Dutch.
Well, it is what it is. But we found some supplies, some blankets, a little bit of food, and this poor soul, Mrs. Adler, Miss Tilly, Miss Karen, would you warm her up? Give her a drink or something? And Mrs. Adler, it's gonna be okay. You're safe now. They turned her into a widow. Animals. I need some rest. I haven't slept in 3 days.
You're over here. Miss O'Shea will show you the way. Mr. Morgan, we put you in a room over here.
Thank you, Miss Grimshaw.
Mr. Bell, you're with the fellas over there.
What? Now, how come Arthur gets a room and I get a bunk bed next to Bill Williamson and a bunch of darkies?
Get yourself to bed.
No. It's really quite good, though. I gotta say, as I've seen many comments and other things, the controls aren't for everyone. Some people just want to see how it plays out. So, in that regard, the story is pretty phenomenal just on its own.
He ain't been seen in days.
Yeah, it is.
Whether
There's
it
a whole
went up.
online mode with its own story
Strong,
and missions and your own
maybe smart,
customizable
strong
character, and
beast.
now they have
Hello,
roles
Arthur.
that you can play where you can be a bounty
Arthur.
hunter or
How
a
you doing?
treasure hunter or
Just fine, Abigail.
hunter and trader where you sell animal pelts, and you can make quite a
need
bit
you
of
to-
money doing that actually.
I'm sorry to ask, but
It's
Since
little
they
John.
installed the
He's got
anti-griefing
himself
measures, the
caught
online
who's
experience has
scraped
gotten
again.
much
he ain't
better.
been seen in 2
The weekly
2
legendary
days.
bounties
Your John
are
will be
something
fine.
cool. There should be a
mean,
new one posted tomorrow.
He may be as dumb
I
as
may
rocks and as dull
do a
as
little
rusted
something
iron,
on that,
but
or
that ain't
you know,
changing because he got caught in some
at least
snowstorm.
Please go
post
take
it
a
on
look.
the group
Javier?
page
Yes.
that I've
Javier,
got.
will you ride out with
But
Arthur?
we'll be eager
Take a
to
look
see
for
for
John.
the week of
You're
Halloween
the
what
two
the
best fit
legendary
men we've got.
bounty is. The
Now-
last one was pretty spooky in the swamp with alligators and some
Oh, yeah,
fucking
we're pretty
voodoo
worried
bullshit.
about him.
But
I know the situation were reversed. He looked for me.
thank you.
only if you got it on Xbox, unfortunately. I did not have it on the PS4. I wish I
John is
did.
headed up the river.
I'm eventually going to get a copy of it for
He
sure,
kept riding
but
north and never looked
that I do not
You wouldn't
have yet.
leave. Not like that.
Wouldn't be the first time.
My goal is to try and get it because I'd like to do a broadcast of co-op multiplayer with up to 3 to 4 people, because it is a lot of fun and I love it. I just don't have it on this console, unfortunately. I wish I did, like I said. Eventually, so we can, you know, add that to the broadcast channel.
Hey, I see some smoke. Come on, let's take a look.
Let's hope it ain't more of O'Driscoll's boys.
Well,
Last thing we need, more O'Driscolls.
seems somebody left. Recently. And that way.
Sure, well, come on then.
Sounds good, sounds good. I'll give it a whirl. Oh wait,
Cross.
I'm sorry.
See, they
You're
continue
talking about
that
Black
way.
Ops 3. I do have that on this system. I apologize. I thought you meant Borderlands 3.
Think it's John?
I'm bad with my abbreviations. That's
These
my
are horse
bad.
tracks for sure,
But no, I absolutely do have Borderlands or Black Ops 3 on here, and yeah, I could totally play it for sure.
were there, Javier. What really happened on that boat?
We had the money, it seemed fine. Then suddenly they were everywhere.
Bounty hunters?
No, Pinkertons. It was crazy. Raining bullets. Take it slow. Big ravine here. Dutch killed a girl in a bad way.
But if my
It was a
Xbox
bad
is
situation.
preferable, I totally
I
could
ain't
get
like
it on that. It's not very expensive, so you just let me know what your preference is.
Continue along the cliff wall here. Davey got shot. Mac and John, both shot too. Sean, we don't even know. I'm surprised we escaped at all. By the time you boys showed up from the other side of town, we were only just holding on.
Bad business, all right.
Sounds like a bad business. Unfortunately, we'll never know. We're still waiting to find out what the Blackwater business was.
We'll lose these tracks if we don't move fast.
I do not. I know that one's free to play and I could potentially get it. I've never had reason to get it though, because I don't really have anyone I would play it with.
Careful, it's getting narrow here.
Come on, boy. Horses are getting tired.
Yeah, a lot of fresh snow here.
I don't know about this, Javier. We can't follow nothing.
Let's push on a little
Maybe I'll
bit.
give it a whirl. It sounds
Maybe
good.
we'll pick up the trail again.
Almost there, boy. Come on.
Hey, look! Over there! You see that? Despacio. John was riding that horse
Black
through the
Ops?
Blackwater.
I
Let's see if
don't
you can hear
believe
us.
I do. Or are you talking about Fortnite? Because that one I don't, like I said, I don't have. But I'd be up for giving it a try.
Come on! Up there! Ha! It's coming from up ahead somewhere. I don't think we can go much further on the horses. We'll have to walk from here. I grabbed that shotgun from your horse. Who knows what's up ahead? Come on.
No. I got
Careful
you.
here. Yeah, that we're high up here.
You're telling me.
Drops down here. Watch yourself. Watch out here. Watch your head here. Okay. Good now.
Watch your step. This is real slippery.
Stay close to the wall.
Oh.
Up here. Come on.
See, Arthur is miserable now because his stamina has been depleted.
Come on. That sounds closer now. Come on. We're coming, John!
This is a very treacherous cliffside. I have never fallen to my death from it. It'd be very hard to fall from your death given how linear they've made it, but I don't imagine it's impossible.
How you doing?
I'm miserable. Been a tough few days.
I know. Here. Take a drink of that.
Thanks.
I'm not designed for this snow.
I know,
Let's keep moving
Javier.
then.
You're a
Come on.
fine fellow from a warm climate.
John, where are you?
Marston, you hear me?
John!
I'm here! Out on the ledge!
That's John! We're coming!
Down here!
He's down here.
Over here!
All right! Hot down, Marston!
That's quite a scratch you got there. Never thought I'd say this, but it's good to see you, Arthur Morgan. You don't look so good. I don't feel too good, neither.
Great Lakes Oatmeal Stout is the bomb.
Don't die just yet, cowboy.
Come on, compadre.
One of my favorite beers. It's a damn shame it's only a limited run for about a month.
Well, we can't go back the way we came. Let's try this way.
Ain't you a sorry sight? Can't argue with you there.
See? I told Dutch you weren't the right man for this.
I'm sure you did.
You alright?
I think so.
Come on. Hopefully this will lead us out. You see that on the ridge?
You head for the horses. I'll keep John's friends off until you're clear.
Wolves.
Okay, here we go, John. We'll leave them to Arthur.
Nice and easy.
Back out! Let's move!
Got them all. Good work, Arthur. Okay, let's get going before any more of these bastards show up.
Yeah, wolves have a way of smelling blood, don't they?
Come on, then. Let's get back to the others.
I don't feel too good.
You'll be fine. It's just like a dog bite.
Knew a fella? Got bit by a dog. Died. An hour later.
You ain't gonna die. Not yet.
Dog probably had rabies if the dude got bit by Marston.
Get out!
Shit, there's more on the right. We got more wolves on the left. Aléjate de mí.
Get out of here!
You see any more, Arthur?
Don't think so.
Jesus.
Those wolves ain't gonna be
You
getting up
still with
anytime
us,
soon.
Marston?
Just about.
You're gonna be okay. We have some shelter now.
Thanks for coming for me.
Of course. That bullet in Blackwater, now this. You had a hell of a time.
And Arthur always says, I'm lucky.
None of us are lucky right now. Should ride in the water for a bit. Try to lose a scent. Don't want to leave a trail right back to camp.
You know, we're gonna need to come up with a better story for that scar. So, freezing, bleeding, starving, damn near getting eaten to death ain't good enough for you.
Here, let's cross to the left.
Yeah, come on. Let's push hard and get back.
See those buildings up ahead, John?
Those horses got to be damn
That's
cold
where we
after a
camped.
jaunt in that river.
Nearly there. Come on! Someone help John down off this horse.
Can we get some help here? Can we get some help? We need some help here.
Come on, help him down.
You're alive! You're alive!
Here we go. There we go. Ay, careful, idiotas! It's his leg.
Oh, come on, let's get you warm. Thank you both. This is a new low, even by your standards.
Thank you, Arthur. Thank you.
Got any other lost maidens need saving?
Not today.
Have you and Dutch talked about how we're gonna get out of this?
I was just discussing with Herr Strauss when the weather breaks. I suppose we'll have to keep heading east.
East? Into all that... That's civilization.
I know. The west is where our problems are worse. Come on, Herr Strauss. Let's get warm.
Thank you, Mr. Morgan.
We have been running for weeks. We found shelter and been resting here in some old abandoned mining town while we wait the thaw. Hardly the spring I had been hoping for.
So what now, Dutch?
We get strong, we get warm, and we wait. When the storm breaks, we move. But we're safe here. Warm enough.
I guess.
You sound doubtful.
Not doubtful, just worried.
What do you think, Arthur? Well, I wasn't on that boat, so hard to say. But I trust your judgment, Dutch. Always have.
Thank you, son. We have been shot at before, Hosea. I don't feel that this is honestly anything new.
I hope not.
We had a bit of bad luck, but then the storm covered our tracks, so now we wait a bit, and we go back to Blackwater, and we get our money, or we get some more money, and we keep heading west.
But we're heading east.
For now. For now. We got this. We're safe. Stay strong, Hosea.
I can't.
What about you, Arthur? You doubting me too?
Never.
Good. Because you know me, son. I'm just getting started. Once we get some money, well, they better send some good men after us, because they ain't never gonna find us. But we need money.
Of course, Dutch.
Thank you, son, for your strength. It means a lot to me.
You can't begrudge Dutch's high confidence, even in the face of things not working out, because you need a lot of confidence
Dutch.
to keep everyone together like that.
How are you feeling?
Trying to remain optimistic.
We'll find a way off of here soon.
All right, then.
Morning.
Morning.
How are you doing?
I think you know the answer to that.
We'll be okay.
Okay, Arthur.
We're gonna go visit Mr. Pearson and get some food for the camp, because food is a bigger priority right now than anything else. Oh, we've got our missing man John, and we've managed to get to safety for the time being, but people are going to get hungry, so we got to do something about that before we stir up any more trouble.
We're starve to death
or
up
any
here,
other
Mr.
thing.
Morgan. We're okay. We have a few cans of food and a rabbit. For what, 10, 12 people? When I was in the Navy...
I do not wish to hear about what you got up to in the Navy, Mr. Pearson.
We were stranded at sea for 50 days.
And you unfortunately survived.
When we ran away from Blackwater, I wasn't able to get supplies in.
Well, when government agents are hunting you down, sometimes shopping trips need to be cut short. We'll survive. We always have. If needs be, we can eat you. You're the fattest.
I sent Lenny and Bill hunting, and they found nothing.
Well, Lenny's more into book learning than hunting. Bill's a fool. Unless those mountains are full of game that want to read, ain't no wonder they found
Enough of this. We'll go find something. Come on, Arthur.
Wait a second. Hold on. Here. You're gonna need something to eat out there.
Assorted, salted offal. Starving would be preferable.
Come on, let's go.
You can't go hunting. Look at your hand.
I can't stay here listening to you two. Look, if there's game in those hills, I'll find it. And you can kill it.
You need to rest, Charles.
You think this is rest? Come along.
See how well my hunting skills
this.
hold up.
I can't use it, and you'll have to.
Oh, you're joking.
Use a gun, and we'll scare off every animal for miles around. You're never too old to learn, I imagine.
So they say. So they say.
All right. Let's head out.
How are you holding up, Charles?
I'm okay, apart from this hand. Stupid mistake.
Still bad?
It'll be fine in a day or two. I just can't pull a bow right now.
I sure hope I can. Never really got the hang of it.
You'll be fine.
So, you reckon we're gonna find something to kill that ain't no dress?
Cinematic camera in this game is fantastic. One of the best around. And they really made it user-friendly as opposed to past games that Rockstar have done. I mean, the cinematic camera's always been cool, but until this game, it's never been practical.
Find some higher ground.
Been a wild few days, all right. That ride north from Blackwater, getting stuck in the storm, bringing John back in.
You've had a lot put on you. I wish I could have done more.
I didn't mean it like that, just a lot to think back on.
I still don't really know what happened on that boat.
Me neither. Well, Javier told me a bit, but it sure weren't good.
I really gotta say one of the winning points in this game is the soundtrack. It's a lot more nuanced than the previous entry. Red Dead Redemption 2, the soundtrack was very much typical, like Hollywood, or not Hollywood, but spaghetti western style. It was very much, you know, what you'd expect from the music at the time. But this is really nuanced. And one of this mission especially, you can sense the strength of the soundtrack because it really sets the tone and the mood here with this quiet hunt with Charles and Arthur.
Now, stay quiet. Hey, stop here a second. I see something. Careful. There's deer been here. Recently.
How can you tell?
How can you not? Let's walk it from here. Keep down. Move quietly and slowly. You see the tracks?
I think so. Maybe not.
Focus. It's easier in the snow, but once you get your eye in, you'll be able to track nearly as well in grass and woods. Down there. You see him? Are you ready with that bow? Try to hit him in the neck or head. Quick and clean. Good shot. Now let's try for another. Well done. I think that's all we can carry. Okay, you pick up one, I'll get the other.
You sure your hand's okay?
It'll be fine once I get it on my shoulder. Okay, I'll go grab the other one.
Two nicely clean deers. I was just waiting for him to get here. Charles, calm down.
Not bad, boy. Yep. Ready to head back when you are.
Come on then, let's head back. Nice work, Arthur. Should be enough meat here to keep us all fed for a few days.
You found him.
I knew you'd be okay with that bow.
It's easier when they ain't shooting back.
Hold on. Sorry to break it here. I just want to test something real quick. I want to see if that'll work on the headphones.
We've seen enough of that.
Considering how things were looking a couple of days back, well, maybe our luck's finally on the turn.
Seems to me we should be putting our effort into getting off this mountain now.
So,
Maybe not. Maybe I should have just put it where it originally was. Sorry, we won't do this the whole game. I swear.
people are still weak, and well, you've seen how snowed in those wagons are. They ain't going nowhere until we get some more thaw.
You're probably right. And even if we do get off here, what then? Still have a big price on our heads.
This is a big country. We'll find somewhere to lie low. Dutch and Jose will have a plan. You notice how Pearson's had a bottle in his hand ever since we fled Blackwater? We give the camp cook 5 minutes to grab the essentials and go, and he doesn't even bring a crumb of food.
Good that we caught more than one. A lot of mouths to feed.
And that girl from the ranch now, too, but not sure she'll be eating much.
She has a wild look in her eye.
You would, too. She lost her husband, her home, everything she had.
So what do we do with her?
Once we get out of here and we're back on our feet, we'll see. She might have family somewhere.
So it was O'Driscoll's you ran into there?
Yeah. Last thing we was expecting.
What is it with the O'Driscolls?
You ain't dealt with them? I suppose. Hell, we ain't run into them much the last 6 months. I guess because they've been over this way.
Yeah. I've heard a lot of talk about them.
Well, we've been scrapping over scores with them for years. Big gang. Nasty sons of bitches. Their leader, Combe, and Dutch go way back. And not in a good way. A proper blood feud.
So I heard.
I just love this little mission. Getting to know Charles, who's one of my all-time favorite characters, the nuances of the soundtrack, the snow, the scenery.
Watch out! Bear up ahead. Let's see if we can find another way around. You must be real hungry. Stay well back. Spring storms like this are the worst for animals that sleep all winter.
Missions like this are testaments to storytelling, and especially, you know, open world games or games where you get immersed in a narrative with characters. It just goes to show you can have a solid mission or story narrative that doesn't always have to end or result in the gunfight. There are a few nice missions like that in this that propel the story forward and help you get to know characters without, you know, erupting into gunfire. Not, I don't enjoy the gunfights and whatnot, you know.
Something like that?
But
you didn't expect this.
What?
You don't need it all the time.
Blackwater mess. Being up here.
Sooner or later, a job's gonna go wrong. Nature of life.
I just thought you might have moved on by now.
You want me to move on?
No. No, not at all. I know you could run it alone, no problem.
I did that for a long time. I'm done with it. Always wondering if someone's gonna kill you in your sleep.
I still wonder that most nights.
I reckon you're okay. This suits me. Sure, I could fall in with another gang, but Dutch... You know, Dutch is different.
Oh, yes. Dutch is certainly different.
He treats me fair. Most of you do. And for a fellow with a black father and an Indian mother, that ain't normally the case.
Well, we need you now. Or never.
Good. How long have you been with these boys? Why ain't you run off?
Me? Oh, 20 years, something like that. Since I was a boy.
20 years?
Yeah. Taught me to read. John, too.
So
Taught me a few other things.
most of the early members of the gang, like Arthur or John,
God saved me. Saved most of us.
were adopted
That's
by
why
Dutch
we
and
need to
Hosea
stick by him
early
through
on
this.
in their lives.
He
At
always
about
sees us
13,
right.
14 seems to be the common age, maybe a little later for some. So that would put Arthur's age at the
How's
events
that
of
new
this
horse?
game around mid-30s.
He's all right.
34,
Will do for now.
35 maybe.
I appreciate you letting me take Taima the other night.
She's a strong one. It's been as hard on the horses as on the rest of us. I don't know what Dutch would do if something happened to the Count.
Same with Bill and Brown Jack. He's a drunk, miserable bastard, but he loves that horse.
I hope they all make it.
I tried to ride the Count once. Hucked me faster than a bull. Won't take nobody but him.
This right here has been
I'm gonna hitch Taima over
still, after many replays, one of my favorite early
Brought some food back,
chapter
boys.
missions.
Hard, boy. Come on, let's get these over to Pearson. And thank you for showing me how to use the bow properly.
I only showed you a little. Takes a lifetime of practice to master.
Well, well, well. Just drop it down in here.
What a surprise. Find a camp rat loitering around in the kitchen.
Is that any way to greet an old friend? I feel like we haven't spoken for days.
I do my utmost to avoid you.
Ah, he loves me, really. It's his sad way of showing affection.
No, it isn't. Now shoot, get lost.
Well, see you gents later.
See, you got on just fine.
Charles is a wonder.
Have a drink, boys. You earned it.
Jesus, what is that?
Navy rum, sir. It's the only thing. The only thing. Keeps you sane, it does.
Yeah, seems to have done a treat on you. You go rest that hand, Charles.
I'll be fine in a few days.
You mind helping me with the skinning, Mr. Morgan? It's easier if we do it together.
Do I get to skin you?
You're always one with the jokes, aren't you? Come on.
This really isn't a job for a man with a burnt hand. I'll see you both later.
You skin that one you dumped on the floor there.
Not 100% accurate, but a little better than the first game. At least we actually got a skinning animation this time around, as opposed to just cutting to black. So, I mean, it adds to the immersion, and it's another
Not too
fantastic
bad,
little
Mr.
feature
Morgan.
that I love about this game.
They always said you were a butcher. You know, you could trade these or sell these in pretty much any town. If you're looking to make a legitimate bit of money, of course.
Right now, I'm just looking to get off this mountain alive.
Well, if you catch anything else, you bring it to me.
Sure.
Thank you, Mr. Morgan. Heck, Arthur Morgan's first decent bit of hunting after all these years.
Yeah, well, we're on the run now. Everyone's got to do their bit to survive. Just make a good stew. Folk need it. It's been a tough few days. Javier,
Hello, Arthur.
how are you holding up?
Look at us. What kind of question is that?
Gonna be all right.
Okay, brother.
Up with you boys because I thought you liked action. Couple of days on the lam, and you lot have all turned yellow. Apart from you, of course.
Shut up, Micah.
I ain't never seen so many long faces. guess folks miss them. That fell. But when I fall, I don't want no fuss.
When you fall, there'll be a party.
Party. Probably.
Yeah.
Funny, huh? Sure. I don't feel like being laughed at by the likes of you two.
Stop it! Now! You fools punching
My
each other
God, you're
when
a
Como
bastard.
Driscoll's needing punching. Hard! You want to sit around waiting for him to come find us? All of you, we got work to do. Come on.
You sure about this, Dutch?
Yes.
Folks been through a lot recently. We hardly back on our feet yet.
And the last thing we need is to get bushwhacked by Como Driscoll. Let's go.
I know you hate him, Dutch.
He's here for us.
I doubt that.
No, you're just doubting me.
I would never doubt you, Dutch. You always said revenge is a luxury we can't afford.
This is the right call, Arthur. Take this. And this is about more than revenge for business long ago. They were talking about trains and detonators here. Colm always
That's
had
for you,
good
always
information.
dreaming
Come
big and thinking.
You think now is the right time to hit a train?
Now you might fancy living on deer piss and rabbit shit. I'm getting too old for that life. Mr. Matthews, Mr. Smith, Mr. Pearson, would you please look after the place? There are O'Driscolls about. Yeah! Southwest, right, Arthur?
Yeah. He said follow the main trail southwest. They're camped near some lake.
Okay, let's go find these bastards before they find us and rob this score they're planning.
Alrighty, let's do it. Hi, honey. So we'll see how the O'Driscoll camp looks.
What's that? Tracks. Horses, quite a few of them. As far as I can tell, the only fools out here are us and them. They must be this way.
You good, Dutch?
Of course. Listen, I know you don't think much of my ideas recently, but this is the right move.
Okay. You know I got your back.
I learned a long time ago that you hit Como Driscoll. Wait for him, and people you love will die.
This feud between you and him needs to be put to rest, one way or another.
It will be.
Some things I can forgive, others I can't forget. What he did to Annabelle, I can't do neither.
You killed
Yummy,
his
yummy
brother,
food.
Dutch.
Yes, I did. And hope the bastards will be reunited soon enough. That's how this'll end.
Damn right, boss.
Micah, you're such a yes man. Go fuck yourself.
See that smoke? Let's cut up here and take a look. They said it was near the lake, so we must be close.
Despacio.
Hold up here. All right, gentlemen. This is it. Are we goddamn ready?
Ready, Dutch.
Good. Now, Mr. Morgan and I, we're gonna head up here a little, see if we can't get a sense of the layout of the camp. Mr. Williamson, Mr. Bell, you two take up a hidden position just outside the camp. Mr. Summers, Mr. Escuela, you two hold position here.
Now,
Let's go.
you've heard me talk. I like my nuance. I like, you know, the subtler aspects of things and the greater details. But this is what some of y'all are waiting for. Not to worry. There's plenty of shooting, and this mission is going to be a shootout, so you will enjoy it. We're going to hit Colm O'Driscoll's gang nice and hard.
There they are. That's definitely them.
Home?
I think so.
Yeah, that's him.
Honey.
Who's he talking to? He don't seem very happy.
No, it was. I had it yesterday.
They leaving?
Seem to be. Should we go get them?
No. Colm can wait. Best to get some of them out of there. And much less fun to rob him and his score if he never finds out about it. Come on, let's get down there. Don't forget to grab that rifle from your horse.
I'll grab it. Don't you worry, Dutch.
You boys be ready to pick them off from up there.
Sure thing.
Good. Come on, let's go. We'll circle around the far side and go down that way, same as Micah and Bill. Like you said, revenge is a luxury we can't afford.
Yeah, just wasn't sure you agreed with me.
Arthur. Arthur, have you completely lost faith in me? Our needs right now are supplies, equipment, and a way out of here. Everything else, including Colm, can wait.
Okay.
There's enough of those bastards down there to deal with as it is. Now, come on.
Alright, let's get them done.
Oh, watch out. This bit's steep.
Get ourselves ready for when we get down there. Got a round in the chamber and we're ready to rock.
Maybe I should take the lead on this. They're going to be gunning for you.
They ain't got me yet.
No, but the way our luck's been running...
Hush. Let's just get down there first. Follow me. Let's head
Ever the optimist, Dutch. Ever the optimist. Gotta love his optimism in these early chapters. Really keeps the whole crew going in some cases, but later on, I mean, knowing the whole story is going to be sad to see things devolve, knowing how they once were and what they became, but you gotta appreciate the small things. So while we're in these early chapters, we're going to enjoy them while everyone's still a nice big happy family.
Come on, follow me.
So, what are we doing, Dutch? I can take this if you want.
Just make the call. You want to take the lead? Go.
So we got everything we need.
What the hell are you doing? Ah! God damn it! All right, boys. Kill these sons of bitches. Kill every last one of these.
Well, I thought you wanted me to take the lead. I kind of forgot that there was a prompt for that, so.
Look out! We got more in those cabins to the right. God damn it! They're still hiding in those cabins. Now you got my backup! Shit! Take out those bastards in the cabin!
Hope the Undertaker's got your size.
Not bad, dude.
I think that's all of them! Search the bodies! Strip everything we can from them! You recognize any of them, Dutch? Of course not. Colm doesn't give a damn about his men. All he cares about is numbers. If you can shoot a gun, ride a horse, and kill without thought, you're in. Think how long some of you have been with me. I imagine Colm doesn't even know half the names of these fools. Keep looking! We need everything we can get off of these bastards! Oh, shit! Look out! More of the bastards coming out of the trees!
Hot damn. Alright, Lawrence, we'll catch you later.
Arthur, do we hold ground here or go at them? I say we go at the bastards. Come on, man! Everyone with me! There must be more of them in the forest. Let's go! What we need, clear out.
Sounds good, Dutch. Sounds as good as it's gonna be.
We don't have time to mess around. Good work, boys. Now, let's tear this place apart. Bill, you go search that wagon there. Mike, search that building. Arthur, you take that building to the left. All right, man, quick. Find those detonators, explosives, anything you can. Let's go.
Alrighty. See what we can find.
Here.
Oh,
This
think you
looks
found the
good.
dynamite.
What do you think, Bill?
Well, looks fine. Smells good.
Come on.
Did we get everything?
Think so, boss? Found this on one of them.
Thank you.
This is perfect.
Oh, yeah? Interesting. This is something about the train they was gonna rob. A Mr. Leviticus Cornwall. Mount back up. Let's keep moving. All right, let's get out of here. Proud of you boys. All of you. Not a man down.
Good work, fellers.
Not bad for some starving down and outs. They can pummel us hard as they like. But we will always get back up and fight. That's who we are. Outlaws for life, fellas. Wait until we have John, Mac, Charles, and Sean back riding with us, and I believe, I know, they will all be back.
Well, you didn't get Combe, but this hit'll hurt him a lot more than any bullet in the head.
Especially when we rob this train, too.
Yeah, I guess we'll see about that.
Oh, indeed we will.
You know, he'll come after us.
Oh, of course he will, just like all the rest. But we're gonna stay a step ahead of them. Make sure we always know where they are before they know where we are. We allowed ourselves to get a step behind in Blackwater. That won't happen again. All right, dig in, fellas. Let's make some ground.
Alright, let's do it.
Hey, you see that fella? Wasn't he at the camp with Combe?
Leave him to me.
All right, we're heading back. Just bring him back alive. He could be useful.
Okay, you got it.
Yeah. Ah.
Shit! No! You're coming with me. Shit! Shit!
You got me mixed up with someone else.
What's your name, boy? I don't know. You don't know your name?
It's Kieran.
You don't know your
Kieran what?
name.
Duffy, Kieran Duffy.
Well, I ain't gonna lie to you. This is a real bad day for you, Kieran Duffy.
Where are you taking me?
Somewhere you ain't gonna like.
Why? What are you gonna do to me?
Something you ain't gonna like. So I'd advise you to save your breath for screaming.
No, please. Let me go. I'll disappear. I'll go to Mexico. I'm no use to you.
You better shut your mouth, you little shit, or I will shut it for you.
Arthur is so very unsympathetic.
price. They don't tell me nothing, I swear. Please, I'll do anything.
Are you trying to test me? Is that it? Because I will break every bone in your body.
I'm sorry. Okay?
Not one more goddamn word. Am I clear?
Okay.
That's 2 bones right there.
2 bones. Arthur gives no fucks.
Here we are, you sack of shit. Let's introduce you to the boys.
Don't hurt me, please.
Oh, don't worry. They're real nice.
You found a little shit, did you?
Yep. I got him.
Very good. Welcome to your new home. Hope you're real happy here.
You want me to make him talk?
Oh, no, now all we'll get is lies. Uncle, Mr. Williamson, tie this maggot up someplace safe. We get him hungry first. I got a saying, my friend. We shoot fellas as need shooting, save fellas as need saving, and feed 'em as need feeding. We are gonna find out what you need. I can't believe it! An O'Driscoll in my camp!
I ain't an O'Driscoll, mister! I hate that fella!
Oh, whatever you say, son. Well done, Arthur.
I'm just sorry we missed out on Cole.
Oh, there's time enough for that. Now, I gotta figure out if we can hit that train.
Okay.
I'll be a productive few days on these mountains. And a few more days later.
It's been a bad few weeks, but Dutch being Dutch, he is busy making plans, and Dutch being Dutch, those plans involve robbery and dreams. Well, I thought you was reading him his last rites. Now I see you're introducing him to your other passion.
I'll mind you to show me some respect, Mr. Morgan.
Mind away, Reverend. You're still here, then?
I owe you.
Yeah. And you'll pay me. But for the moment, just rest.
Arthur, I think it's time for the train.
Want me to come?
Of course I do, but look at you.
I was always ugly, Dutch. It's just a scratch.
Don't lie still, son. Hello, Abigail.
Dutch,
Jackie.
the boy wanted to see you, John.
You see me now. Or what's left of me. What about you?
Guess I was hoping to see a corpse.
Bide your time. You'll see plenty of them.
You're a rotten man, John Marston.
He is an idiot, Abigail. We all know it. Now, railway men. Bill, now you ride ahead and set the charge at the water tower just before the tunnel.
Ain't a problem. Why are we doing this? Weather's breaking. We could leave. I thought we was lying low.
Yeah, come on. What do you want from me, Hosea?
I just don't want any more folks to die, Dutch.
We're living, Hosea. We're living. Look at me. We're living. Even you. But we need money. Everything we has in Blackwater. You fancy heading back there?
No.
Well, no. Actually,
Listen,
it's just
Dutch, I ain't trying to undermine you.
stuck.
I just want to stick to the plan, which was to lie low, then head back out west. Now, suddenly we're about to rob a train.
What choice have we got?
Leviticus Cornwall's no joke, Dutch.
Who is Leviticus Cornwall?
He's a big railway magnate, sugar dealer, oil man.
Well, how good for him. Sounds like he has more than enough to share. Then it is time to make something of ourselves. Get your horses ready. We have a train to rob.
all right. Let's do this.
Listen up, all of you. According to the information so kindly provided to us by the O'Driscolls, the train will be coming north from Big Valley. We're gonna pick it off after it crosses the border into the Grizzlies. There's a raised spot there that should give us good vantage. Charles, you'll keep lookout for any outriders. How's that hand, by the way?
I'll be fine.
Good. I'll take the driver and engineer, then run point. Lenny and Javier, you two take the front cars, deal with any guards. Arthur and Micah, you head straight for the back. That's what we're after. Mr. Cornwall's private car.
You and me, Morgan.
Great.
Have you got a problem with that?
Not if you keep your head for once.
You worry about yourself, huh?
Enough! After Bill blows the tracks, we're gonna need to move fast.
We got a plan. Let's do it.
Is everyone clear on what they're doing?
Yep.
Crystal.
Yes, boss. Good. Now, come on. Let's ride.
Snow, finally.
Feels good, doesn't it? But we need to get this done fast.
Not entirely, but I mean, it's definitely a little less snow.
After us. Oh, look at you boys. See? This is what I call a crew. Micah Bell, Charles Smith, Arthur Morgan, Javier Escuela, and what about young Lenny here? Always the first man on his horse.
Just happy we're back at him, Dutch.
You sure you're ready for this, kid?
Of course I'm ready.
Just stay calm. Keep your eyes sharp. That goes for all of you. No mistakes. Not again.
So we do this, then we go back to Blackwater to collect.
How many times you gonna ask the same question, Micah?
That's a lot of damn money to leave sitting for too long.
It would be crazy to go back there now. The place will be swarming with Pinkertons.
We go back when I say we go back, and that's the end of it.
Yep.
Money's safe. You'll just have to trust me. And if the O'Driscolls are right, there'll be a stack of railroad bonds on this train. Good money, once we work out how to cash them. Now everyone, shut up and get your mind on the job at hand. Come on. There's the water tower. Hold up here on the ridge. Whoa. Oh. Is Bill there?
Yeah.
You want to head down? See how he's getting on?
Okay. Whoa. How you getting on?
Yeah, I'm okay.
You sure?
Of course.
Can I help a little?
All right. Go ahead and set up the detonator by those rocks over there.
Okay, sure.
Now just unspool the wire and then attach it to said detonator.
Okay, this is good.
All right. That should do it. You head back up to the others. I got it from here.
Wrong horse. Got confused in my overeagerness.
Have to say, I'm
remember the plan. All of you, no mistakes. What's going on?
He says all fine.
We'll soon find out.
Everything okay?
I think so.
Okay, cover your faces. Train should be here any minute now.
And here it comes.
Gentlemen, it's time. Good luck, all of you. You all know what to do.
Here we go.
Shit, no! What? God! Oh, you have got to be kidding me!
Where did you find that moron?
Who said it was
So it's
fine?
my
Come
fault.
on!
You're pathetic. You know that? Here we go! Here we go! I'm slipping! Just pull me up! Oh, shit! I got you. Now stop yelling. Yeah, you're okay.
Got you,
Now,
honey.
let's
I
go
got
slow this thing down.
Where's Javier?
He fell. The others will get him.
Let's go.
Come on, we need to stop this train.
There's another guard up ahead. You want me to take him?
Yes, you go.
Okay. Hey!
You all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
You don't rob a Leviticus portable.
shut up.
You ain't getting past me, you bastard. Boy, you're about to... Damn it. How you doing there?
I'm okay. If we don't stop this train soon, the other boys will never catch us.
I know. Just stay calm.
I ain't got a clear shot.
Look out! Got more coming off the train.
There better be some money at the end of this.
All these bastards must be guarding something. Still okay?
I think so.
Good.
Damn, he's got an arm. Who is this
Doing
guy?
good, kid. Where the hell are the others?
I don't know. Damn it. I thought that was all of them.
We're gonna get out of this.
Oh, I know we are.
Kill that man!
That's the other boy. Watch it! More of them ahead!
Come on, clean this up, boys.
Kill every last one of you. Good shooting, kid.
I can see now why the O'Driscolls brought so many boys up here for this.
Partner, get over here. Whoa, 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 whoa. You two all right?
Yes, let's get the money and go.
We got some fellas holed up in this last car.
Ah, shit.
What are you boys planning on doing in there? Listen to me. We don't want to kill any of you. any more of you. I give you my word, but trust me, we will.
I work for Leviticus Cornwall.
Come on, boys.
We got our orders.
Okay, you asked for it.
We ain't
5,
opening this door.
4, 3, 2, 1. Seems our friends have gone deaf. Wake them up a little. That's enough! Mr. Williamson, give Mr. Morgan and Mr. Smith some dynamite. You two boys go blow that door open. Now, don't matter too much to us, but you boys in there might want to take a step back.
Seems good enough. Now light the fuse.
Here we go.
Unless you got a death wish, I'd step back, fellers.
All right, come on. Just walk on out here. We don't want to kill you. We just want to rob your boss. Get on up there. Search that train.
Look at this place. It's like a palace.
Now I've seen everything. Oh, you two got the safe? I'll search the rest.
Oh, yes. Should be easy as cake. You're just gonna stand there, kid. Pour me some brandy, will ya? I'm parched.
Shut up. Me and Arthur did all the work.
Yeah, the kid did good. Didn't see you rushing to jump on that train.
He's keen. I'll give you that. Okay, let's see if we can get this open. Come on.
No, this looks like something.
Get in there.
I think I got him.
Nice.
Well, thank God. Come on.
What did you find?
These bonds. They worth anything?
Oh, sure. Bearer bonds. I think we can probably sell these pretty easily. Well done. Now, would you get rid of all of this?
The train?
Yeah, get it out of here.
What about them?
What do you think?
I don't know.
It's up to you. Kill them, leave them here, take them with you on the train. Just make sure they don't send no folk after us.
Okay.
See you back at camp. When you get back, we'll be moving on. The rest of you, let's ride!
Okay. Get on the train. Quick. All of you. Any bright ideas, I kill all three. So behave. Come on! Move!
We won't tell a soul, I swear!
Get a move on!
Right back. I gotta take a quick move while this cutscene's playing.
Oh, for Lord's sake.
away and go help. Oh, Mary Beth.
So, we getting out of this hellhole?
We're gonna try. Weather seems stable.
And we just robbed the Leviticus Cornwall train.
We got money in our pockets. The worst is behind us, gentlemen. So the question is, where now?
I know this country a little. I told you, we should set up camp in Horseshoe Overlook near Valentine. We'll be able to hide out there, no problem, as long as we keep our noses clean.
Well, then let's go. Clean noses and everything else. Arthur, you're in that one. Bring Hosea. I know you two like to talk about the good old days and what's gone wrong with old Dutch.
Sorry about that. We're back.
Lenny! Micah, get over here!
Yes, boss.
You two ride up ahead, make sure there's no surprises. We've had enough of those.
Me with the boy?
Just go.
Come on, kid. You can buy me a whiskey.
Quite the adventure we've been on up in the mountains. Oh dear. Wagon's damaged.
Ah, shit!
Okay, let's take a look.
You all right back there? Does everything look all right?
Well, what's going on?
Ah, I broke the goddamn wheel.
All right, let's get it fixed.
You need help?
I reckon we can handle it. All right, Charles, you and me hold the thing up while you try and put the wheel back on, Arthur.
You still strong enough to hold up a wagon?
Shut up.
I'm just saying.
Well, say less. Pick the wheel up. Nearly there. There.
See? You ain't so useless after all.
Not quite.
What do you think?
If they wanted trouble, we wouldn't have seen them.
Poor bastards. We really screwed them over down here. Come on, let's not push our luck.
What happened?
Well, get in. I'll tell you. Not too far now. Stay on this trail. We'll follow the river, then cut left inland. So, yes, the Indians in these parts got sold a very raw deal. This is the heartlands we're going to. Good farming and grazing country, they lost it all. Stolen clean away from them it was, every blade of grass. Killed or herded up to the reservations in the middle of nowhere.
And how's that different from anywhere else?
Well, maybe it's not. I just heard some of the army out here was particularly, unpleasant about it.
Unpleasant. How do you rob and kill people pleasantly? We don't, in spite of Dutch's talk.
I fear I was perhaps trying to simplify something more complicated for the benefit of our block-headed driver here.
Hey, don't blame it on me. Never forget, this here's a con man, Charles, born and bred. Just 'cause it sounds fancy don't mean he knows a damn thing about what he's talking about. So, what happened to your tribe?
I don't even know if I have one. At least, not that I can remember. My father was a colored man. He told me he lived with our people for a while. A number of free men did, but when we were forced to move from our lands, the three of us fled. I was too young to really remember much. All life I've been on the run. A couple years later, some soldiers captured my mother. Took her somewhere. We never saw her again. We drifted around. He was a very sad man, and the drink had a mean hold on him. Around 13, I just took off on my own.
That was about the age we found young Arthur here. Maybe a little older. A wilder delinquent you never did see. But he learned fast.
Not as fast as Marston, apparently.
Wait, I don't understand. What's the problem between you two?
Arthur?
It's a long story. We still heading the right way?
That depends. Are we still heading west in search of fortune and repose in virgin forests as we planned? No. Are we heading in the correct direction on our desperate escape from the law eastwards down the mountains? Yes, I believe so.
You know this area?
A little. I've been through a couple of times. There's a livestock town not too far from here called Valentine. Cowboys, outlaws, working girls, our kind of place.
O'Driscoll's?
Probably them too.
Pinkertons?
Let's hope not.
And this place we're going.
Yeah.
Wait, but what's it called again?
Horseshoe Overlook.
It's a good place to lie low?
It'll do for now. And how low do you think Dutch is really going to lie? It's just, you know, maybe it's me who's changed, not him, but we kept telling him that ferry job didn't feel right. You and me had a real lead in Blackwater that could have worked out.
Maybe.
It just isn't like Dutch to lose his head like that.
Things go wrong sometimes. People die. It's the way it is. Always has been. Me, you, Dutch. We've all been in this line of work a long time. And we're still here, so... well, I figure we must have got it right a hell of a lot more than we got it wrong.
Could be. Could be.
What are you working on there, anyway?
Just some yarrow and ginseng. Good for the health. Better than that stuff you buy in the store. Yeah, you can have all this. I'm at the point where I can do it with my eyes closed.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
I always thought Hosea was the, well, I didn't dislike Dutch until towards the end. I always thought Hosea struck me as a more fatherly figure to the group, you know, with all he did and the wisdom he contributed. This wagon ride is real nice. I enjoy these little segments where they just jibber jabber to each other and you get to learn a little bit more about everyone. It's a nice break from all the frenetic action that you usually encounter in these things.
There you are, brother. Head in there. Follow the track for a bit.
Thanks.
Hey, slow up. I'll jump on. Okay, let's go.
Any trouble getting in here, Javier?
Nope. It went well. This is a good spot.
Excellent. I think this'll work for us, Arthur. For now, anyway. Here we are, gentlemen. Home sweet home.
You weren't wrong, Hosea. This place is perfect.
I hope so.
Gentlemen, we have survived.
For now.
Now, it is time to prosper.
Arthur and I were about to prosper in Blackwater. We were onto something big. Then Micah got you all excited about that ferry, and here we are.
We have all made mistakes over the years, Hosea. Every last one of us. But I kept us together. Kept us alive. Kept the nooses off our neck.
I guess I'm just worried. I ain't got that long, Dutch. I want folks safe before I go.
Me too.
And now we are stuck. East of the Grizzlies and out of money. And a long way from our dream of virgin land in the west.
I know, my brother. But we are safe. We make a bit of money here. Then we move again. Head out around them. Be west of Uncle Sam. In a few months, buy some land.
I hope so.
Would you just look? This world has its consolations.
Gentlemen, I'm going to head into the local town and, see if I can strike up a little business.
Of course, Herr Strauss.
Herr
I prefer
Strauss
robbing banks to usury.
operates
Seems
our
more
loaning service.
dignified somehow. Now,
Money's
everyone,
loan sharking.
come on, gather round. Quickly now. I know that things have been tough, but we are safe now, and we are far too poor. So it is time for everyone to get to work.
Get to work, but stay out of trouble. Remember, we are itinerant workers.
Laid off when they shut down our factory to the north. Now get out there and see what you can find. Uncle, Reverend Swanson, no more passengers. It is time for everyone to earn their keep.
There is a town a little way down the track named Valentine. Livestock town, all mud and morons, if I remember right. That seems a decent place to start.
And, we need food. Real food. That means every day. One of you.
And remember, whatever it is that you find, the camp gets its slice. Now be sensible out there.
Now, the girls have your tent ready, Mr. Morgan. Come with me. You two will be ready shortly. We put you over here.
I'm sure everything will be fine, Miss Grimshaw.
It should be. Most of your stuff from Blackwater got saved.
Everything apart from my money.
Oh, don't remind me.
Well, we can always make more money.
We're gonna have to. Miss Jackson, I've seen shit with more common sense than you. Do it properly.
Welcome to Horseshoe Overlook. By far the prettiest stretch of country in the game and my favorite location. My favorite chapter, too.
Got off the mountain and rode east into some pretty enough country called the Heartlands. Ain't been this far east in many a year. Dutch seems a little better. His eyes are sparkling once more, and I can see he's thinking a little clearer. I think we all feel a little happier, despite of Blackwater and that whole mess.
Arthur?
Jose?
Quite a day.
Let's hope so.
There's a bunch of the boys already in Valentine. Bill, Charles, and Javier. And Swanson found something down at the train station by the lake, apparently. And Strauss came back with that creepy little smile on his face. I'm sure there's a whole list of unfortunates he's forced money upon.
Thank you. And you?
I'm gonna read a book.
Alrighty, we made it to Horseshoe Overlook. Everything's looking promising. Get Arthur shaped up a little bit. Well, we'll give him a haircut and stuff later. I think for now we're looking pretty spiffy, so I think that's where we're going to call this one for now. We've made great progress. We made it to our new camp. The world is open up, and we'll be digging into all the fun stuff we have to do in the next episode. So I'm going to eat, relax a little bit, maybe do a few things outside of the broadcast, get my money up, and then we'll be right back at you with the next one. So catch you after the break. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Check out our Facebook group and the rest of the channel. And don't forget, join us for the next one. Catch you in a bit.